So, in this session, Professor Pillai has been in the forefront of infotechnology and business management for over 40 years in India and in United States. Prior to his retirement, he was an infotech and management consultant to several US government agencies such as US Army, US Department of Education, US Department of Housing and Urban Development, Department of Labor, US Patent and Trademark Office, World Bank, Intern American Development Bank, and Fortune 500 companies such as Bell, South Communication, and Blue Cross and Blue Seal, the US healthcare giant, and moreover. He has done his master's degree in computer science from IIT New Delhi, master's degree in mathematics and statistics, diploma in business management. His current interests are in artificial intelligence, machine learning, and emerging technologies such as blockchain and autonomous computing. Moreover, he is a writer, lives in Washington, and travels over 40 countries. And today he is here with us to celebrate this fantastic moment with us. We welcome you, sir. कृषि जागरण के इस प्रांगण में आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है. And give sir a token of gift, and I request sir to please come and receive this gift from Asian family side. Now I request Krish sir to play the video of Krishi Jagran.
What started with the launch of a single magazine 26 years ago, today is considered one of India's most respected and diversified agri-media companies. Krishi Jagran, for its years of consistent coverage on agriculture and that too in various languages, has managed to gain a place in LIMCA Book of Records for the largest multilingual agri-rural magazine, published in almost 12 languages with a combined readership of nearly 15 million. Yes, you have heard it right, and that's just the beginning. Krishi Jagran today is also named to reckon with when it comes to social media platforms. Viewership is hitting crores every month, and with ever-increasing subscribers thanks to our farmers and followers. Working primarily on building farmer trust has helped Krishi Jagran reach the pinnacle where it is today, and it is just growing and going higher and higher. With 12 YouTube channels in its media bucket and 8 lakh plus daily visitors on its portal, Krishi Jagran is taking every bit of info to farmers and trying to make agri-media self-sufficient so that when we speak, everyone does take a note. All that, Krishi Jagran also has a wide portfolio to help farmers. From Farmer the Brand to Farmer First, from FTP Organic to Tractor News, from everyone's favorite and top of the town KJ Chaupal, wherein we bring eminent personalities and talk about the business scenario. Last but not the least, Farmer the Journalist. As the name says, we are making Farmer the Journalist, giving them the lifetime opportunity of sharing their reports from their village via videos and stories using their mobile phones. More than 200 farmers have already been trained as journalists. Mr. MC Dominic is the man behind Krishi Jagran and every initiative that you have heard and seen till now. And Mrs. Shani Dominic, the company director, is the lady behind this successful map. Through her hard work and dedication, she has completely transformed Krishi Jagran and made it India's top agri-media house. But for them, all this wasn't enough. So they went on to create AJAI, Agriculture Journalists Association of India. Lately, none other than Honorable Minister Purushottam Rupala unveiled its official emblem amidst the top dignitaries joining the launch physically and virtually. Not to miss was the President of International Federation of Agricultural Journalists, Lena Johnson, who to attend the launch and unveil AJAI's official site. Mr. MC Dominic and his team are leaving no stone and turned to help farmers reach their voice to every nook and corner of the nation, including government offices. In one line, Krishi Jagran is out to empower farmers for a greener future ahead.
Professor Pillai has been in the forefront of information technology and business management for over 40 years in India and in the United States. He started his career in computer science at IIT Delhi, from where he pursued his master's degree in the same discipline. From 1973 to 78, he was a staff member at IIT Madras Computer Science Department. He has a master's degree in mathematics and statistics, along with a diploma in business management. Prior to his retirement, he served as the management consultant to several US government agencies such as Army, Education, Housing and Urban Development, Labor, US Patent and Trademark Office. Other than that, he worked with World Bank, Inter-American Development Bank and Fortune 500 companies such as Bell South Communications, Blue Cross and Blue Shield, the US healthcare giants. In 1978 to 86, he was an EDP manager at Cochin Shipyard. He was also a visiting faculty at Cochin University. He served as a former PTA president of Bharatiya Vidyabhavan School, Girinagar. He was also the founder chairman of Computer Society of India, Cochin chapter. His current interests are in artificial intelligence, machine learning, and emerging technologies such as blockchain and autonomous computing. He is a writer, lives in Washington, and has traveled over 40 countries.
Now I request founder and editor-in-chief of Krishi Jagran and Agriculture Board, Mr. M.C. Thomas, sir, to please come and share a few words with us.
So it's always inspiring as usual. We have a great, motivator with us who has lived his life and shown to the world what can be achieved. And he travels all around. As a young guy today also you can see you moving around, experiencing the world. And one evening I had a discussion with him. He's so entertaining. I think we went on speaking for around 30 or 45 minutes. Though I think one of our colleagues had a meeting that day. You might know that. So me, Datan and Pillai were talking and we were talking because he has got a lot of passion, especially we have a constraint of time, but otherwise he is very eloquent in modern finance, especially on the cryptocurrency and stock market. On he is very fluent. But today we are not having enough time. But I wish when he comes, he keep very often coming to India. I think. So we will request him to have a day with us to share his financial skills with our team, because you are the new India. So we need a huge, participation in the financial matters also, and I think you will help us on that also in his next visit. Today, let us listen to you. Welcome to the please.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It was a surprise to me to have this in front of you this morning. I came here for a 3 weeks pilgrimage tour. I wanted to go to Kedarnath for a long time. And having prepared to go to Kedarnath here, and then from there itself somebody told me that August and July, August is a rainy season. You have a very small chance to go to Kedarnath. So I took a chance. I could not come here in summer for some medical reasons. I had to take care of my health. So I came here landed about 2 weeks back here, and then settled for 2 days in Delhi, and then went to Haridwar. And This place I have not been, although I have been in Delhi for a long period of time, I have not visited other places like Haridwar, Rishikesh and so on. So I spent 2 days in Haridwar. Then I went to Rishikesh, and then I thought about how to go to Kannada by myself. First of all, first thing is that certainly please don't go alone. So you have to have some company, some people with you, because they're treacherous under the school, and you are also an old man. I did not recognize that I am an old man yet. So, but I took their advice, and there has been a family connection with somebody who is in charge of the border road construction in Valley in LCS. They were kind enough to arrange things for me, and that is how we were able to we must like all over the place, and there is no helicopter service from the so this is the alternative in this Veterina. This is good. Because Veterina, I am from Kerala, my name is, although my name is Krish Pillai, my full name is Pillai. My parents in those days took me to Guruvayur. Guruvayur is a Krishna place. To give me the first another that is the first right of the there. So he said, he is following me in Venezuela, he is a Christian. Christian is just not the other than he is a Krishna. So he is following me there and he is there. So there are a lot of people there, and I'm living there. I must say that it is really I've been to, as mentioned here, about 45 countries. My interest is essentially UNESCO heritage sites and natural beauty, like mountains and waterfalls and islands and serene environment and things like that. So I've been in many places. One of the top-notch, natural beauty in terms of mountains is Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu is a place in Peru. It's about 1 hour flight from Lima, Peru. It's located about 13,000 feet above the mean sea level. You go there, and they have a train service which goes through the riverside to Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu is a very, very spick and span environment where the origin of this Amazon river starts from that area. So I stayed there for 2 days, went to Machu Picchu, and I spent about whole day in Machu Picchu. It's an amazing place. And I was flabbergasted by the nature, the beauty, serene environment, and the level of oxygen there. And I was so much fascinated. And then people told me, you have not been to Himalayas. You should go Himalayas. After all, in Malayalam there is a saying that Muchate Mulleki Manamilla. That means, when you have a thing which is closer to you, there's no attraction. When things are far away, you are always attracted. So I was, thinking that, yes, I should go, although I studied here, but never had the opportunity to go to Rishikesh or other places, or even Nainital, or even Srinagar. And on those days, I didn't have any money to travel anywhere. So, this time, decided to go to Kerala. Instead of Kerala, to the Bedrinath, and stayed all over the place. I took the photographs. It's an amazing thing. Anybody living in India, at least once in a lifetime, you should go to some of these places. I'm not saying go to Bedrinath temple, but to visit those places where the Ganges and other rivers come together. And now the roads are also much better. Anyway, I completed that trip, and here towards the last few days, going back to US in another week's time. And Mr. Dominic has been very kind enough to, be in touch with me. We have a common friend, as I said, Mr. Dekker. He is a professor in journalism in Moscow. I happened to meet him when I visited Moscow. Anyway, coming back to agriculture, I am from a feudal family. My father was an attorney, advocate, and we used to have a farming all over the place. And I remember that when I was a child, what we eat from our neighborhood, our own property, whatever is cultivated from our own farm, whether it is vegetable or rice or oil or coconut, everything from there. And I have on those days, I have a thinking that India is termed as a poor country. The reason why India is poor is a considered as a poor country, third world country, is mainly because they are not recognized the strength of the farmers. If you look at the farmers in the US, the farmers are very, very rich people. Because the land holding is very large corporation these days. The farming is a very lucrative business, and the government provides subsidy to farmers there. But on the other hand, in India, the farming is considered as a nobody wants to do the farming job. Everybody wants to go to the city to have it, and for the much more the purchasing capability of the farmers. Now, I have a brief discussion with Mr. Dominic, and the Krishi Jagran, like institutions, is going to create that kind of awareness and that kind of empowerment for the farmers. I'm very glad to hear that. That's what we really need, because in our GDP in India, we don't consider the agriculture farming produce as a much thing, but in reality, it is so. Because the GDP is calculated by Western media people, Western economists. We don't calculate the how much egg is produced by a villager, how much milk produced by a villager. We don't calculate for our GDP. And if you calculate those as a part of our GDP is much higher. So what we need to do is strengthen our farmers. Farming is to be considered as a respectable, honorable job in our country. And we have, fortunately, one of the largest aerated area in the world. But our productivity is not as good. You know, I've been to China many times. China has got probably less than the farming area, but their productivity is much higher. So we have a long way to go to use the agriculture product as a means to improve our quality of life and as a build as a nation. And eventually, see, today there is OPEC. They determine the price of the oil. But we are a rice producing country. We are meat producing country. We don't have any OPEC. We don't have the control. If some countries say that your coffee is give purely at that price, then we have to sell the coffee at that price. Why should we do that? So there should be organizations where the agriculture producers are given fair market value in the global market. So we don't have an organization like that. And even the Western governments are underplaying that thing, because all the Western countries are interested in the industrial product. They are not interested in the agricultural production. They want to pay the least money to the farmers and get the maximum out of it. But that trend has to change. And we need to empower our people, our farmers, so that they produce things and they are in a position to command the price of their product. So that's only way we can improve the purchasing power of the farmers. I'm extremely glad that the initiative is being taken here, and you all have a part of key role to play in that one. So I'm not an expert on any of the agricultural things. My expertise is in the area of management and computer science, and especially the emerging technologies like blockchain and cryptocurrency and things like that. And there may be another opportunity I will use it to address that. But just to mention that this technology is a influencer in any productivity, including agriculture. There is no doubt about it. The more the appropriate use of technology in the agriculture area is going to improve the productivity and the quality of the product. And the other thing is, we have several mechanisms by which this what is called autonomous computing. Autonomous computing is a new technology in the computer field itself. See, until now, all the computer systems are centralized, central banking system, everything is centralized. Now, autonomous computing is a new innovation, is a new kind of innovation which is going to transform the entire information technology itself. Which means, just to give you a brief idea what is autonomous processing is that today, if an airplane has to fly from Delhi to Paris, the pilot can go in and punch some numbers there and press the button. The plane will automatically take and it will fly in and it will automatically land in Paris without any problem. It's all that technology is there. So similarly, in every system, for example, now if you go banking, we have to transfer the banking system around costs. Now, if you want to send some money from Delhi to Bombay, we have to take 2 days off. The current online systems are working, but in reality, it's not still efficient. The moment the electronic is available now today, you press the button, the transaction is already executed and done within probably 90 seconds. So there is an opportunity for introducing the advancement in the technology for the agriculture people, so that they can have a hands-on kind of no middleman kind of processing in this area. That includes the financing and the marketing and those kind of things. Anyway, I don't want to bore you about this subject now. So I appreciate your time this morning and be happy to answer any questions you may have. Thank you very much. I don't know the format.
Since we are short of time, I thought we will not take questions. That's what I told. Okay. So we can put on in the mail to him.
Thank you, Mr. Pillai, for coming over. It's an honor having you, sir. And like I said, Mr. Krishna Pillai is your complete name. And it's great having you before Janmashtami and Day Krishna was born. So I think, like he said, had we had more time, would have extended our hospitality in a much better way. But we're really privileged to have you, sir, and we really hope to have such more opportunities with you where we can get to learn a lot of things that experienced by traveling 45 countries across the globe, which is a big thing, sir. So we really thank you, and we'll just have a small few for the session. We would like to have it. Thanks so much.
Hmm.